Good morning to Scott Jamieson from Perth Glory. Thanks for coming in, mate.
My pleasure.
Now, a bit of a hiccup start to the season, but it's very early on because, we've only got the second game, this Sunday in Newcastle, I think
It
you're
is.
playing.
It is. Obviously, you would have liked a win in your first game, obviously with a 3-month pre-season, but it's something that we want to rectify this weekend against the Newcastle Jets. Yep. And like you said, it is a long season, so there's a lot of positive vibe around the place still.
There must be a positive vibe as well for the way you finished the season last year. So the off-season must have been great. It's a couple of missed opportunities, but also from where you came from the year before. Great year last year and an opportunity to go even further this year.
Definitely. I think obviously with Alistair Edwards coming in and kind of saving the season last year for us, it kind of, build a bit of momentum towards this season, and obviously he's made a lot of changes in personnel and the playing staff, but something that I've noticed this year was definitely the fans have really bought into what Alistair's trying to do with the club, and I think when you have the fans on your side, they can accept a few more defeats, if I can say that, which is good. Obviously we're going to lose a few games this year, but as long as we have their support, that's the main thing.
As long as you get them out of the way early.
Exactly, yeah. Get them out of the way early.
Let's have a hiccup early and then just settle in and everything's fine.
And managed to hold on to a pretty decent squad as well. It fascinates, I guess, Australians in particular, because we've grown up, watching Aussie rules, a lot of us, and legends sort of stay at clubs, they don't move. But it's fascinating to see with the A-League and soccer, and this is internationally as well, the amount of movement between teams.
It's like throwing the cards in the air.
It is,
yeah.
Look, I have moved a few times in my career, so I can't really say I'm
Can you take us through the
person.
moves? That would be interesting to hear.
Yeah, I went to England when I was 16, spent 3 years there, then came back to Adelaide, played 2 years there, then moved to Sydney, 2 years, and then now this is my second year in Perth, and I've got another year in my contract. So
it's a bit like radio people, how we move around.
It's very much, yeah.
I think you go for the money more, so I'm a bit
No,
I
we
get out of clubs.
No, we just go for wherever they'll give us more than a 6-month contract.
You obviously don't know radio very well at all.
Wish it were. Hey, speaking of that change up that goes on with soccer, never more so have we seen a bit of upheaval than in the Socceroos right now.
Yeah.
It's getting controversial. Players and ex-players are speaking to the media and they're not holding back. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for the round ball sport, do you think?
I think it's a kind of testament to where the game is at the moment. We've come so far, and now obviously it's making a lot of news in the country. And I think obviously with the ex-players speaking out, I think from my point of view, I think it's a bit they still want a bit of the media's limelight. So
Mark Bosnich.
I won't say names.
You don't have to.
We will. You don't
say
have to.
names. Yeah,
don't worry about us.
But I just feel, as I said, I think the captain deserves a bit more respect rather than he's getting. I think obviously you want to play as long as you can for your country, and who are other people to say you can't? In the media, the manager makes a decision, and when the new manager comes in, he'll make the decision if Lucas plays.
Are we guilty of getting ahead of ourselves in Australia as far as where we sit on the world table and how good we are up against the other countries? I mean, Australians in sport in general, when it gets to the top level, have an ability seemingly to play above themselves or to go that extra mile, and we've seen that, I think, in the World Cups. In the lead-up games, getting smashed by France in particular, these couple of big games against massive countries, a win against Canada last night. Does that give us an indication of where we truly sit in the world?
I think if you look at the 2006 World Cup where we got knocked out by Italy, I'm pretty sure to say we won't probably get that kind of result in the World Cup for a long time. I just think with the generation we had then, you had Kiel, Viduka, a lot of these players were playing in the English Premier League top league. So we look at our squad now, and we kind of have players playing in the Middle East and China and stuff like that, and there's a big difference. But I think we are guilty of our own success. I think obviously the public and the fans have obviously seen us progress to making World Cups, and they expect World Cups now. So
they have high expectations.
A lot of opinions. So I think it's, as I said, it's a true testament to where our game's at. We've got to this stage, but we've got to be realistic here and kind of look at where we're at, and not just keep comparing to the past.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fair enough.
Terrific.
Well, good luck this weekend.
Yep.
Thank you.
Hopefully a cracking season ahead of the Perth Glory, and let's get it started with a big win on Sunday.
If
Thank you
anybody's
very
going
much.
over towards Sydney or Newcastle on the weekend, it's in Hunter Stadium, 3 p.m. against the Newcastle Jets on Sunday. Scott, thanks for coming in, mate.
My pleasure.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you for having me.